Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Road to 2000. This is going to be day 179. So yeah, I guess without further delay, let's jump into today's game and let's see what carnage happens. Well, hopefully none, but okay, e4, e5. Um, Now this is something we haven't seen at all recently. So when you're faced with something you don't quite know, just standard development, no? Okay, so we're protecting this pawn. I guess we could let's get the bishop out as well. Okay, so they're looking to come in here, and I guess defend this again and allow our other bishop to get out into the game. Right, they're looking to trap us, I think, eventually. So I'm just going to make a little move, a6, just so that I've got a space to tuck back into. Right, they don't want us coming in there, so can I start pushing? Bit too early for all of that. Okay, let's just get this out and potentially castle. Right, let's get this out as well. Right, let's just get the party started. Why not? Okay, if they want to jump in there, we're going to take and take. So I don't think they want to do that. I guess want to keep the center, so potentially just this, so that we can reclaim here. Right now, just want to make sure. Should I just? I'm going to take them out. Double up their pawns. The usual debate of is it worth doubling up their pawns or not? Now, if I push up, they're going to take. I'll take. I see no reason why not. Why not? Let's force it. Let's just keep pushing. Right, I want to keep my knight. That would be nice. So we'll jump in here. Now, got to be careful of the fork. So they defend it. Now, I guess that is not a bad option. I guess you could defend like that. Rook f3, it just seems a little bit kind of scary if I was them. I mean, I think it's perfectly fine. It just seems ridiculous, doesn't it? I'd hate to play that. Disconnecting the rooks. Okay. So the question is, if I go here, I'm potentially looking at that. So where do they go? I'm going to do it. I can't see why I can't do that. Or if I go here, they maybe just move bishop g4, and then they're looking up. So I'm gonna offer the trade. Let's trade it up. Now, if they take, I take. I can just drop back. I'm hitting rook, hitting the pawn. There's that. But just going to drop back. I think if I take this pawn here, where do I go from there is the question. Actually, I lie. What am I talking about? I can just drop back here. So I like that. They haven't got time to take the pawn because I'll take their rook. Right, so that's probably the move. Pawns hanging. Both pawns are hanging. So how do I deal with this? I mean, right, okay, say I take the bishop. They go back. And then I push forward protecting this pawn, but this pawn gets gobbled up. I castle. I try and get in there. Do I take that bishop out of the game or not? I'm gonna protect. Protecting seems like the right idea. I think I need to. I need to castle still, or even. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we saw that coming. Now, only a pawn up, so it's tight. I quite like this. If they want to take it, I'm going to try and get in here, but it might be a little bit too. Was that stupid? Yeah, I think it was. You know, I was saying that. Look, right, we're equal. We're equal. So maybe this is probably best here as well. Okay. Let's get away from the light squares. There is a check, but I could just come over here. Right, they're going to nick another pawn. It is what it is. Now, I can nick a pawn as well. There's a check, but I come over here. Let's just take the pawn. I've got safe enough. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. There's checks covered here. I mean, I was 2 pawns up. One of those pawns was always going. It's as simple as that. Now, if I jump in here, I see no reason why I can't do that. They can go here, but they can't actually. Yes, they can. What am I talking about? Well, in fact, saying that. All right, I guess push the pawn forward. Don't want to lose it. We are going to lose the pawn over here, but I mean, what can I do? I'm thinking maybe over here. Do you reckon what? E2. Rook E2. Trying to push these pawns. I need these pawns to happen. How can I try and... I can't see any... Does that do anything? Nothing. The check does nothing. I mean, I'm looking at this, but it's protected by the bishop for the time being, so... I'm going to push a pawn. I'm going to push the pawn. I'm going to try and push this pawn as well. If they're coming for a check, just jump in here. No, because then I lose this pawn. I didn't think about that, did I? Well, there we go. Let's push a pawn. I think that works now. Check comes in, we go here. Take. No. Take with the knight. King's got to protect this pawn on e5. Pretty important. Right, okay. I just don't know. Is that still worth a go? Might be. Yeah, pawn up. This pawn's hanging. They kind of have to take. Right. But. Right. But. There is no but. I've got to take. So they take the pawn. I just can't. Nothing there. Chuck in a check, try and get my way. Can I? Ooh, nasty. Right, they're just going to try and gobble up all my pawns. In fact, they are going to gobble up all my pawns. Right. Right, come in here. No, 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 no. They can just get rid of. Well, yeah, they can. Nice. Yeah, that was my only option. There it goes. It was worth a go, you know. Just do that. It's too strong, these two pieces there. Damn it. Try and come in here. Behind. And now that isn't moving. So I'd probably be polite to just check. Weird end to the game anyway. Do they just check me again? Check here. They're going to take the knight. Wow. Is that drawn? King's got to get to that pawn. I'll take that one out of the way first. That's the one. Do they focus on one? If they focus on one, then I'll just take out the other one, no? Or can I get to it? Can I actually win this? So they go in here. Right. Well, maybe. I think. Whoa. Whoa. What a weird game. I think 2 pawns up. I had it briefly. Made a real mess of it. And then all of a sudden, got into a potential kind of checkmate position, and all of a sudden they had to kind of lose their rook and their bishop, and then the rest is history. What a weird game. This game's crazy, crazy. Oh my god. Right. Oh, okay, I played with 76. They played with 75 accuracy. I had two blunders. They had three blunders. So that pretty much tells a story in itself. It was pretty right. Okay, cool. So take that, because if I take back, then they've got a fork. Right. Okay. Now, should I have taken that pawn or not? Yes, that was fine. But it did leave it open to the fact that these two were sort of vulnerable. So they protected. They had. Okay. I guess they take that, and if I take here, then I'm just in trouble because it's pawn, and with the king in check potentially. So yeah, so we're always going to lose that pawn, but I'm still winning 2.6. This is what I mean. I said this the other day. I get into a nice position and I can't. It's not a converting position, but it's a better off position. So I need to really kind of build on this, and I find that quite tricky. And I notice as well, naturally, with your opponents, if they lose a piece or they're a couple of pawns down, all of a sudden, myself included, you start trying that extra little bit hard, so harder. So I hear I should have just protected the pawn, no? Yeah, why? Or just attack the rook. Looking at the fork as well. Yeah, well, why? And I just give up the pawn. That's stupid. I thought, why did I think that? And then they're safe. That way. Oh man, Mr. Fork. But saying that, they get out of it by this. I go here, they take rook, I take back, and then they move. Just take the pawn. Yeah, that helps. Didn't want my king being trapped on the back rank. So should I have just taken the... Should I have taken... No, oh, again. Again. Oh my god, I missed it. And that's just awful. It's tragic. That's a blunder. No, I don't know what I was really thinking here. I was just trying to sort of... They take, I take, and then I just thought maybe... Yeah, I don't know. So bad by myself. I don't know how. I mean, they're winning 4.2 here. Now they see it. They're like, uh-oh. So check me again. Wow. Tasty. Okay, cool. So if they check me again on f7, I take, they take, and then this is under pressure and the threat is no longer there. But they don't, they take that. And I take with check, which gives me another go. Take that, and then it's just over. What a weird one. What a weird game. Right, let's jump into another one. Why not? Right, okay. Wow. God, I hate it. English, I hate it. Right. Okay, so I kind of mirror what they do. C5 against C4. I get my knight out as well. I want to fianchetto. Now, I think taking care of the center could be important as well. So I'm going to try and do that. Get my knight out. Double fianchetto. I don't see why not, you know. In fact, you know, I should really be looking at that, shouldn't I? Which is a little bit too late, but... Right, decisions. Now, D6 or G7. Right, we're going in. G7. Okay, here we go. Let's just castle. Just take. But then we've got two things hitting our... They take, I take, but I can't take. Okay, we may have to swap queens here. So takes, 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 takes. If they push, that just locks everything up, which also makes for an interesting game as well. Whoa. Okay, so I think protecting this knight, again, it's been attacked twice, the queen and the bishop. Now if they push on, I still come over here, e7. If they take, then I'll probably take with this knight. And if they don't do anything, I'm going to take, they're going to take. I can't take because I'll be in charge. I need a castle. Crikey. Right, I think I'm in a battle. I think this is... I just don't know what their best move is here. Can they try and develop another piece? Their bishop's kind of... My bishops are stuck. But I don't mind that too much in this early stages of the game. They can come alive any point later on, but... Will they just take a pawn? Which pawn? They take this pawn. I think I have to take in. I have to take inwards because I don't want, say I take this and there's some pressure over here on my queen and I can't drop in here. It just gets really messy. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. So I guess I was just going to drop back here on e7 and allow the queen trade, but I'm also thinking this. b4 for d3, no? And then I can push again, potentially. No, I can't. Um, I'm also worried if I go over here, I might just get trapped. I can't really. I'm not gonna win anything there. So I'm just gonna play it a little bit kind of safe. So let's do this. Now, as mentioned, I'm gonna take back with this knight, and it kind of frees up my bishop as well. Gives it a little bit more room to look at something. Them locking this up has kind of, it's not been too bad actually. So for example, say I go, ooh, okay, they're looking at this. They are looking at that. Now, in fact, they're looking at loads of things. First thing they're looking at is this fork here, the king and the rook. They're also just looking at the free pawn. So I think I might just have to give them the pawn. I can't see a way to defend that. I could defend the pawn, c8, but I can't see how I can defend. So I'm gonna lose the pawn. It's kind of annoying as well because then they can push on, attacking this knight and hitting this bishop. So a little bit of a problem. What do they hit though? Where do they go from here? Oh, they're looking at this bishop straight up. Okay, cool. So annoying. So what? I'm just gonna save the bishop. I'm still worried about this pushing on with the knight, hitting the rook. Um, can they just take? If I take, they push. Jeez, how have I ended up in this situation? Um, okay, so I think try and get this out the way. That's got to be on the cards. That rook is now being looked at if I push forward. But if I push forward, they just go to the side. But does that give me a chance to then sort of push out again? Just so I'm not so hemmed in. I'm a pawn down. It feels like I'm a little bit more down. Position-wise, I'm down. Bloody English. Right, here we go. Okay, so just looking at trying to hit that maybe, but I mean, so the knight could go back, I guess. Given the option to exchange, no? Should I come around this way instead? Try and get this in a better angle. Yeah, I think so. Because this isn't going to go anywhere as long as this pawn on b3 stays there. I mean, you could just go over here. And then I eliminate my bad bishop. Then they take back, messing up their pawns a bit. So that's an option to look at. Right, okay, so we're gonna go with the with that idea. Wowzers. Do I just push out? I think that's a good shout. Do I start trying to make the pawns move as well? If they do take, I don't want to take, because if I take, it allows their knight free development into the game. Okay. It looks like they could be trying to get in here anyway, so what, that, or in here, that looks more likely. So let's just protect this square. And wow, are they trying to come back in here? If I move this knight, they are trying to come back in, aren't they? What do they take with if I do this? This is still protected 3 times. I don't really need to worry about them coming in. There's no massive issue. Okay, so they take like that. Now, I want to get this centralized. There we go. If they come in here, I will just take. Failing that, I could do that. And if they take, I take. Then I could push on. Still hitting their bishop. Okay, so I push on, they're going to take. They're going to take. Well, they're not going to take. Why would you not take? What the? I see no reason why I can't. I mean, that's just a blunder, isn't it? I mean, if they want to exchange, it helps me massively. I think just coming back here helps me. I don't know. How's that just happened? Wow. I'm certain I was down by about 2 or 3. I mean, I'm not out of the woods just yet, but I think a good move for them actually would be this. Knight e6. Hitting this rook. I can't do anything about that, can I? What I will do is that for a check first. And have a little check there. And try and unleash this. Right, there we go. Let's try and get this out. Now at least I can move a bit. Then try and get this in there as well. Even try and exchange. Okay, I think I just take. I think I just take. Now, rook takes, looking at my pawn. Okay, I thought rook taking would have been better because they would be looking at the. I know this is protected by the bishop, but at least they could try and gobble up some pawns. I think just coming in here is a no-brainer. Now, I think that's the move, isn't it? Now I can take this pawn because rook doesn't defend. What does the check do? Take pawn first. Take that. That pawn is running. Don't like it. It's got to go. Ooh. Oh, that's kind of cheeky as well. So if I take, they take, I take, they take, am I just a little bit in trouble? Ooh. Okay, maybe just... Because then they're looking at two things. I mean... check does nothing, does it? That is quite a nice... That's a nice move. Well, I think I just take. Now they could take that, but then I take this. Rip bishop. So they take. Can I give a check? Or do I just come in and hit the bishop? Looking at this. Right, let's stop messing about. Right, we come in here. It's time to get rid of that bishop. It's causing us a bit of pain. Looking at this, I don't think they can block it. Or can they? Can they do that? Or do we just start pushing the pawn? Yeah, just try and get rid of that bishop. And then we can try and take that pawn on e6. And back it up with the king. I mean, they might be looking at trying to do that or just hit the rook. Okay, just straight up hit the rook. Jump in here now. The rook can't get in. That's the issue for him. Okay. Oh, Ian. It didn't have to be like this. Right, okay, we're jumping in here now. We're not messing about anymore. We're looking at this pawn. We're looking at a check. And then we're looking at taking this pawn. So there's the check. And we can take the pressure. So I just take. You get 2 pieces for the rook, but I think this rook's just too dangerous now. You're way too dangerous. And that's it. That was again. I was losing. So yeah, dug deep and had to try and pull something out the bag in the end. But I mean, geez, these games, they're so enjoyable. They're so intense, especially when you're like, I mean, yeah, that is a real buzz, a real buzz. Loved it. Right, played with 84% accuracy. They played with 81%. No blunders from me, 1 blunder from them. And it went a little bit like, oh yeah, the English. Yeah, no, I just thought just try and take some of the center. I mean, and they're already out the blocks and they're winning. I did look at that. I said that. But so what? They take? I don't know. I take back with knight still, that's fine, still castle, but then I get pushed, and then what? Just drop back? Or drop in here? Get attacked? I mean, and then, I mean, I just don't get it, computer, don't get it. Right. Take back with the king. Take back with the king and protect the pawn. Yeah, I get it now, I get that bit. I could take it now. Hit the... Yeah, that was the blunder. That was the blunder. I mean, up until then, let's look at their peak. So the peak in terms of position-wise, 3.8 up here. And I mean, I felt completely uncomfortable. I just felt that that was the move. I take, they take. I just thought, yeah. I mean, look, and then just one blunder. That's all it takes at this level, guys. So if you're lower rated than this, 1600, I mean, all you gotta look out for is try and keep things tight and just look out for mistakes, because if it's not me making them, it's my opponent. And then from here, felt fairly secure. Just get things off the board. Just take. I quite like my opponent's move here. That's a good move. Just take back though. I guess they kind of had to move the king, otherwise they get that, and then I take, and then it's just I get the free rook, so I'd rather lose the bishop, and from here it's just only going one way. And yeah, that's probably the point where I resign as well. But anyway, look, oh, a couple of victories, hard work, as all my games seem to be at the moment. But I think I'm gonna record maybe a couple more after this, just because I'm out tomorrow night. So busy times, you know how it is, leading up to Christmas and stuff. But anyway, look, I hope you enjoyed them, and I hope you're well and everything like that. Give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And until next time, guys, take care of yourselves. Happy chessing. See you all later. Bye bye.